If you are still using the same marketing strategy from last year, you're already behind. In 2025, what used to work is dead. And unless you change how you think, how you sell, how you scale, someone else will take your spot. In this video, we are going to show you the new playbook, the tactics that actually work right now, not the recycled fluffy you see on LinkedIn. Let's get into it. With the ads, you need to understand what the pain your product's solving.
E-commerce business is only about 3 steps.
I don't know how you're operating if you don't know these basics. Your customer is feeling it and they're giving you back.
Stop thinking about all the other tools, right?
You need to treat your customer as your friend, as a family member. So guys, thank you for your feedback, and I thought it's really good collaboration between me and Nikita, and I've decided to make more episodes with Nikita so we can discuss more topics around marketing. I think it's a nice collaboration and good discussion between us. So today we're gonna be discussing new approach in marketing and the best tactics in 2025. So Nikita, what do you think about it? And I want to actually start with one point: is improve your offer before you actually go into ads, because I think it's the biggest problem. People starting their e-com business, they watch some YouTubes, they check some LinkedIn posts, yeah, and they're thinking, okay, I found some product, maybe it sounds okay, or like drop shipping, whatever, and they're moving on straight away to ads, yeah, because we need to move on to paid ads, yeah, straight away, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, all good. But the main problem is probably their offer is not good enough to be on the market. And it's very important to understand the cost, how businesses can be scalable then with the mass. Yeah, so we, by the experience with my team, with our clients, we know that some big businesses don't know how to calculate simple stuff. And this is the biggest problem. So with the ads, you need to understand what the pain your product's solving. You need to understand how you can help the customer in their like situation or whatever your product has. And if you don't know it, the best way to do it is to check reviews, to check DMs, do some focus groups if you can with your customers, and based on this data, just create an ad and create an offer what you're offering, because your landing page, even your sources, need to actually include not some design, not some cool tools, or like, yeah, we're having an chatbot, we're having an analytics and everything on your, and we are collecting a lot of stuff. It's all good, but you need to, for the client, what they taking care of is basically what the problem your product solving, how I can get it, and I need to get it in a couple of clicks. That's the only thing. So what do you think about it?
Yep. Then I'm agree here with you again, as I'm always saying, that the e-commerce business is only about 3 steps. It's the acquiring new customers, new users, sorry, converting it to the customer, and then having this customer as a loyal customer, right? So I bet you've heard, the video from Alex Hermosi, I believe, where he says that, there are only 2 parts of the business, which is the acquisition and lifetime value, and that's it, nothing behind. But basically, the conversion rate is where you're making your money, right? So with the recent boom with this drop shipping stores, white labels, private labels, these guys, they're trying to make at least some money, right? So they're trying to, just just get their dropshipping product, right? Print their own label on this product. They have no idea what's inside this product or why it should be good, right? And what's the offer, what's the margin behind it. They don't know. They just bought someone's course. They're trying to make some money, but the main problem here is they could really damage some people, right? So we had a story, for example, with one of businesses actually that came to our agency. It was a really fun story, just because we found out that this business was not really the true business, only a few months after we were working with them. And the point there was that this business had the air purifiers, right? So it was the business that obviously were importing, the air purifiers, pet air purifiers from the China to the US, right, and try to sell these air purifiers for the dog owners, right? It was the specific product for the dog owners, and then we had to make the test purchase to just understanding the tracking works well, that everything is okay, right, and I've ordered the product to the front to one colleague of mine, right? So then the product came there, and it was really weird just because we were sitting on a call with him, and he said, "Okay, this the courier is knocking my door. Let me check who is this, just because I'm not waiting any packages or so." And then he came back and said, like, "Oh, it's from our client, so it might be the gift or something with this small box like this one, literally, right?" And then so he opened this, and then we found out that the air purifier that on the website says that it's about like 30 to 40 centimeters actually was about 8. And the margin was so crazy just because they were selling these air purifiers for like $80, but the price, the wholesale price, was about $4, right, in China. And that's the point where we just had a call with the client. We said that we have to finish our partnership, and that's it, right? Just because they're basically have the wrong offer, right? They're blaming, and there's coming obviously some people, right? So to your point with the offer, for sure, offer is the really key feature right now in e-commerce, right? So let's be honest, the competition nowadays, it's huge, right? So everyone is selling almost the same thing, right? Same product, same service or whatever. So you really need to have the proper offer with for your audience that converts well, right? So do you have maybe any suggestions for our guys, how to create an outstanding offer?
Yeah, you need to clearly understand what's your product about, what's your product, who's your target audience. Because at the same time, your whole marketing strategy should be based on this. And you, as your business, I don't know how you're operating if you don't know these basics. You need to understand who you're working for, what the product is for, what problem product solving, and this is it. You just need it's kind of simple, but at the end of the day, it's very complicated, and not majority of the businesses are covering this three. When you have this on the table, you basically take and you understand specifics. It shouldn't be, yeah, male 20 to 50. Yeah, it's enormous amount of products with this kind of target range, but you need to understand the specific. What's your portfolio customer? What's your customer is doing? Where he's working? Having family, or just single, or having partner, or having baby, maybe two, three, living in a house, living in a flat. So it should be detailed portfolio. And the focus groups can help you with this, and analytics in the internet. We have a lot of reports based on what's product categories, who is purchasing them more, what's like customer ranges, etc. So you need to first of all go deeper to analytics and data. Second, collect this data from your focus groups, DMs, from your customers, existing customers, and then build a perfect offer. So it's nothing hard, and is this, but yeah, you still need to understand, and you still need to know how to do it. So if you don't know as a business, you have two options, and you can buy the experience from somebody. So hire a team and not listen courses, because yeah, I'm gonna save some money. Here's the agency or the team gonna take money from me and not gonna teach me anything. But with the courses, I'm gonna learn how to do it myself, and I will do it in the future. Yeah, cool. Go this pathway. It's gonna take you longer. It's gonna take you at the end of the day more expensive, because you're gonna do one course, second course, third course, no result. Or it's always a matter, if you're low budget business, you have to go by yourself and do the tests with very low budget, and trying to build your experience on this. It's already up to you. Depends which business you're building. But yeah, let's move on to another one, because
Yeah, just give me a sec. I have like one more bullet point here on the offer, and it's like really short but really important story that I wanted to share. It's also with one client of mine. And the problem with the offer, for example, they had is they couldn't really calculate their profit margin and the percentage off that they want to give. It was the Q4 period, as we all know, right? Is the best period for the e-commerce business, where the an enormous amount of money people are spending online, and the businesses are generating, right? The problem was there that they've made their offer discount like too high. I believe it was something about 30 to 35% off. So with this offer, they ate the entire margin on the product. So we obviously spend a lot. Our return on investment from the data that we had was really good. But then after this few months, the business owner came to us and said, like, guys, we had really great numbers, but we hadn't generated enough the money inside the business, so net profit was really low. And the answer on this was just the know your numbers. As a business owner, you have to know your numbers. So what's the profit margin, what's the customer acquisition cost, what's the return on investment at least, right? So these top and generic numbers you have to know to understand that your business is either profitable or not profitable, right? So this is really, really crucial. So yeah, I believe from this we could move forward.
Yeah, let's move on to another topic. But small remark, as you guys can see, Nikita is talking more about data, about the numbers, and I'm talking more about the naming, about how offer in terms of what you're gonna say to your customers, what you're gonna say to your audience, how to make them buy from you without like taking numbers as a second step. Nikita is taking numbers as a first step. So it's good collaboration between us to
For sure.
discuss it. So with the second one is community importance. This is one of my favorite because yeah, obviously I'm very passionate about building strong and long relationship with the customers. Yeah, how to build loyalty programs, it's all on me. It's inside my team. I'm guru with this. This is branding and build a strong relationship, communication between the business and customers. This is what I'm about. So this is a really big topic. And at the end of the day, like a lot of businesses are just treating their customers as just a wallet. So come on, buy, buy, buy. They're pushing them on buying. Okay. When you're doing this approach, is this customer going to buy you second time, third time, lifetime value? Maybe they are if your product is super unique and you are one of on the market. If you're Apple and you're just selling iPhone and no one else selling iPhone and the guy wants to have an iPhone, obviously he's going to come back to you. But if you're on competitive market, and if we're talking about e-com, about digital product, very competitive market right now, you need to treat your customer as your friend, as a family member. You need to find a way. You need to understand his pains. You need to understand his mood for today. Is he good? Is he bad? You need to give them information which he can be interested in. So in the newsletter, it shouldn't be, hey, we have new promotion, minus 20, some random product. It's not going to work. Obviously, this is going to spam. And after instead of building this relationship, you are just destroying them because the guy is just checking this email every time. Like minus 20, random product one time. Minus 20, random product second time. He's just tired of this. He's putting you just in block from your email. You lost him completely. You don't have any point of contact with him. If you're building, for example, the newsletter, very trendy thing now, you're putting the information here not only about products, but put information about the business itself, not as a like business with numbers, how much we caught or we lost. Put it as a story. Put what's happening behind. Show them your warehouse, how you packing stuff, how you delivering stuff. Make this process interesting. This can be used as a short form video content. This can be in a newsletter, like telling the stories. Do a storytelling, always works. And then when you are building this relationship with the customer, your customer is feeling it and they're giving you back. So they can give you UGC content. They can give you good reviews. They can give you good questions. If you ask them, okay, can you participate in a focus group? Because we want to run the business more smoothly and we want to provide you better service. They will be super happy to do it just for free or for freebie, like cheap something thing with your brand. But when you are just not doing it, you're completely destroying the whole fact of community. You're completely destroying relationship with the customer, and this gonna, again, your business can survive without it, but it's gonna be much harder to become profitable in long term and bring this customer to the end point of your journey with you. So whole journeys they would be with you. So what's your opinion on this?
Yep, for sure. And we were just talking about the community importance, right? And how the businesses they should build the communities around brands. So it's not only the transactional relationships, right? But it's more about the loyalty to the brand, the loyalty to the company, right? And to be honest, I've got a few thoughts, and the first one was about the Red Bull, right? If we just think a little bit about the Red Bull, it's obviously their product, right? That you could buy their energy drinks and drink them, but they're supporting their athletes, right? And there's no way you could buy, for example, this helmet, of Red Bull, right? You have to be outstanding athlete, the pro level rider or the dancer or whatever, right? And then another pro level driver, will gift you, this Red Bull helmet, right? So that's basically about the community. They're trying, to build this like loyalty, right? Obviously around the product. So I really think that, right now, the businesses, especially, the product businesses, right? The e-commerce businesses, they shouldn't be only about the transactional, right? Just because no one is looking about the, the only product, the product that, will solve their problem, right? We 100% know all the brands. For example, the shampoo, right? There are tons of different products, and labels that we could buy as a shampoo, right? But we will choose, the one shampoo with, that we love as a brand, right? That we are familiar with their brand identity, right? The same situation here with like different products, right? So for example, I obviously use Apple, right? And that's it. So I'm just with them, right? I have like no other ideas about, the other smartphones or laptops or tablets, watches, like whatever. I just use them, and I know that, my next laptop will be like, the same, but just the newer, right? So that's where, businesses, they're building the communities, right? So I really wanted to ask you if you have advice for our guys here, how to build a community. So how to properly maybe create the offer, or how to motivate your customers, right? To become the loyal customers, right? So any tips around here?
Yeah, we did it with our clients, and the guys, classic e-com brands, came to us. Shop is done, product is done, sales are okay. They want to move on, they want to scale. The question was, okay, guys, do you have branding? Do you have a story? Do you have anything behind it, what we can tell to the customers? Not like you're delivering like everybody else from China to US and just delivering to your guys without your own warehouse, without your own like packaging. You're just putting just one logo instead of another. So yeah, and we started from here because ecom can start with just quick sales, but at the end of the day, you need to build it as a proper business. Start with a brand, yes, and you need to invest in logo. It might sound for some ecom guys, for digital product guys, they're like only up for money, and they're like, okay, why logo cost 1, 2, 3, 5K? Why branding costs that much? Why storytelling costs that much? Why like concept of newsletter costs that much? Yeah, because to move on from small business or just transactional business to a proper company, to a proper business with a very nice relationship with your clients, you need to like actually pay for this. And here it's a first point. Another one is, obviously we all know about affiliate marketing. We all know about, you need to shout out your clients. When client did something cool with your product, yeah, post him on your social medias, take him on a website. This is free UGC for you, free content for you. If it's a video, yeah, use this video. Our team did a test, and UGC content from a actual customer, 9 out of 10 performed much better than the just studio content. Because people trusting people, it's all about trust. It's about loyalty. The problem with loyalty, the only thing is what I'm hating about this, that you can't count loyalty. You can calculate loyalty. Loyalty is about one mistake in a communication and you lost the guy. It's about one customer support mistake. Not as quick, not the right words, not the right script, not solve the problem. All of this is affecting this. So there's no one script which you can use easily and just implement it. This is to work on a long period of time, and you need to invest in long game. So short game, sell, take money, next one, same like funnel. With this one, it's a long game where you need to invest, and maybe the return of investment is not going to be calculated in the first month, in the second month, in the first half year, in a year. But if this guy is showing you that he's staying with you, maybe your products is not required for him for every month. Maybe he's buying it every half a year. But you need to also include this into your math, because you understand, if you're good with your customer, if you're like investing in newsletters, content for him, for already the customers who purchased from you, and regularity of purchases once per year or once per half of the year, you need to understand this, and you need to actually calculate your budget for this. But this kind of tips I quickly covered, which can help. Do you
Yeah.
have anything else?
Yeah,
Or
actually, I just wanted to emphasize, right? If we really need to answer, the only with one sentence, right? How this, the community feature will impact your business and what to do. So, as a successful business in 2025, you have to turn your customers into your fans, right? And that's it. Quickly support the story here, and I will refer to what you just said about the UGC content, right, from your customers. So we had an experience inside the agency where it was the brand, for slightly older ladies, right? And really needed more content. We really needed more content, but the all UGC creators were already burned out, right? They already recorded every script for us that we wanted, so we needed more genuine reviews, more genuine content from the customers. So we asked the business owner to reach out to their customer and just drop them, a real quick email that it's pleasure, for us to working with you, right? I really believe, and I know that you're a loyal customer of ours. Is there any chance that you could join us and record the honest, right, and the proper the review, right, or just your opinion, or maybe the results that were achieved with our product? And they, I believe, reached to 15 or 20 people, and half of them, which is 10 people, said like, yeah, for sure, I'll do it like my best. I really love your product, I really want to meet your founders, it's really helpful, right? So I will go there. And they had like really really cool party, with the Airbnb house, obviously, all these like ladies that were chatting about the products, and about maybe some features and what they like and what they don't, and so on, right? So again, the community is really really important about the brands right now, right? So shall we move to the next topic?
Yeah, let's do it. So the next one, what I want to discuss is a lot of businesses are using a lot of tools. They're trying to maximize this. They have like 20 pages open for them because in one they're calculating one thing, in another one design, AI, conversion rates, traffic. Yeah, the point is less tools, more profit. This is what I got from my experience, in hundreds of times we had the same issue with the clients. Basically, they are trying to maximize the tools and thinking that this gonna bring them more profit because they're professionals, because they know this how to use this tool. Cool. Basically, you need three instead of 20. You need three. One for traffic. Social media would work, but you need to understand which social media you need to use. So if you're a business, like something related to business, LinkedIn. If you're something quick and fun, yeah, it can be TikTok. Something more serious, but towards like casual stuff, maybe clothes, Instagram would work. Facebook depends on the age, but both works. Also, it can be Twitter, can be anything. But you need to understand, it can be Pinterest even, Snapchat, yeah, tons of them. Seriously, you need to understand just one and understand how to use it properly. The next one is you need basically conversion channel. This is for ecom, the easiest example, Shopify store. This is conversion where you bring the clients and where you like having in-house channel where you're doing some operation with the clients to actually do some sales. And the last one is retention. Email, SMS, depends which strategy you are using, depends who are your clients again. But three, guys, three channels. So traffic, conversion, retention. Very quick one, very easy one. So you need to understand how to maintain them well, because if you're trying to maintain as much as you can with a lot of different sources, it's not gonna work. So do you have any opinion on this one?
Yep, for sure. I really love that you basically touched to some specific platforms, right? And if we really need to summarize it, right? So for those guys who really want this advice, what to do right now, where's the structure, what I need to implement to my business, right? So what you really need is one advertising platform. Let's say we start with Meta ads, right? So we'll go and use only Meta advertising. Then you have the Shopify account for sure. You're entering is the easiest way, right, to launch your store online. And then you have Klaviyo platform for the email, right? This setup with Meta ads, Shopify website, and Klaviyo for email will easily bring your business up to $1 million in revenue for sure. Stop thinking about all the other tools, right? Personally, I really focus on diversification, right? So I don't really think that relying on only one platform is sustainable, right? Just because we all know, right, that something might happen. The card gets declined. Some issues on the platform. Maybe your ads creative got declined as well. Whatever might happen, right? But stop really think about everything. When you're really small business or you're entrepreneur or you're, the startup owner, right? Start thinking about that, presence everywhere. Choose one platform, master this platform, scale it, and then move to the other platform, right? So again, with the Meta ads, you could start with the Meta, then move to Google Ads, to TikTok ads, to Pinterest, whatever, organic posting, and so on and so forth, right? But do not try, implementing everything at once. I really know a lot of businesses and a lot of guys who try to do everything at once, and they've just ruined and killed their business, right? I believe it's pretty generic, the situation, isn't it? Where you're trying to hire all the people you kind of need. This one, the assistant, the cleaner guy, the salesperson, the CFO, CMO, whatever, all these guys. And then you have this like round table, like 10 of these peoples, and you're just like, okay, so where's the money? So where's the what are we selling? Right? What's the problem, right? So do you have maybe like any other suggestions here?
Yeah,
How
the
to be
point is that
profitable?
one, when I was waiting until you're gonna finish the point, but yeah, we saw this example with TikTok. TikTok was very close, and it was banned for, I don't remember, 1 day, 2 days. It was
Something
something
like
like
that, yeah.
that. Yeah, but we had this situation. If you were using TikTok as a one channel, I meant not like use only one channel, but you need to understand that using a lot is not the key one to profit. You need to, first of all, learn how to work with one channel in each of the sections and then scale it. Because if you are just focusing on one for whole your business, wrong. If you are focusing on many from the beginning, wrong. If you are doing one, learn how to do it, scaling to several, this is the right approach. So with this one is, yeah, there's not much you can actually explain. If business is doing some mistakes, they are. If business is doing a lot of improvements, a lot of developments, improving every day, discussing with the team how what else we can do, this AI new one, this, yeah, but the business is not working. This is the fact, the business is not working. I know we sounds here like yeah, hey, 3 steps, yeah, do the Instagram, then do Meta, then do Shopify, then do like, yeah, Klaviyo.
Yeah.
This is not gonna work. Yeah, this might work and this will work, but we're forgetting to say you, because now it sounds like we are fluffy guys from YouTube, other channels who are
Yeah.
taking, yeah, start today, tomorrow you're a millionaire. No,
Yeah.
not gonna work. You need to have experience.
For sure.
Second of all, you need to have a budget.
Yeah.
Because unfortunately, all this strategy is cool marketing, even to come to our team, even to come to Nikita's team and ask something, yeah, it costs something, guys.
Yeah.
Sorry for this, but this is the business as well. We are getting our money from this one. And basically coming, and only one thing is what makes it, that if you're trying your best, if you have a budget, if you're understanding what you're doing, if you understand your product, you're coming into the business, and please follow these rules which we explained to you. Because if you're just following the rules without what I listed just now, not gonna work, and we all know about it. So this is probably, do you have maybe anything else
No,
as a last point?
I believe that's it. Just to summarize again, I really suggest those people out there, to keep it as simple as possible, right? That is the goal. With everything you do in your life, start overcomplicating, right? Just make it as simple as possible, for a long time, enough to see this first success and first results, right? And then you can do whatever you want, scale as much as you want, different platforms, different tools, different businesses, whatever. But at the start, keep it as simple as possible.
Yeah,
So yeah, I
totally
believe that's
agree.
it
To,
for me.
to summarize this, don't chase the complexity, just chase the clarity.
Yeah.
Second of all, turn your customers into your influencers.
Yep.
And the last one we just discussed is less tools,
Yeah,
more profit, especially at the beginning.
for sure.
So yeah, this was the point. And guys, if you like the video, please hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, share with somebody who would be interested in this video and in this information. And please support my channel as we are just starting.
Yep.